Hey, it's Jeannie Blaha with Take a Walk with Your Angels. Today to speak to healing through quantum leaping. So let's just jump right in because this can be a very controversial topic for a lot of people who haven't necessarily really stepped into their power or decided that they want to be really amped up or on in their life. And so there can be some heavier, thicker, denser frequency hanging around healing. So there are a lot of people in the world who are quite emotionally addicted to their illness, to their condition, to whatever they've been diagnosed with. And a lot of it can even actually be not their own belief systems, but something that they absorbed or integrated through what they had been told was fact. So along these lines, if you've not known this, DNA is very flexible and it's constantly adjusting to our chemistry and to our chemistry alterations and to our frequency shifts. It is not a fixed state. They are showing in science that DNA adjusts constantly. So with that knowing, we can now know also that when we are told that something is hereditary, it doesn't necessarily need to be a permanent fixed death sentence of if your grandmother had breast cancer, then your mother did, then you will too. If you alter your DNA and your thought streams and your belief systems and eat differently, absorb minerals differently and vitamins differently and exercise differently, there are so many things that you can do to actually alter that pattern in the family. So you may be the pioneer. You may be the one that says, no, I'm not going to have that just because that was in a family pattern. The angels and guides often call it the thought streams that never actually ended. They just continue in the same fashion, in the same form. And who are we going to believe? Of course, we're going to believe our parents and our teachers, and because we believe that we want to be in alignment with them for love and for understanding and to be acknowledged for who we are, etc. So it is not anything to blame or to have guilt about or shame or any of that heavy stuff at all. It's merely as an awareness, having that awakening to that awareness of, hey, I have a choice in this matter, and depending on what goes into my mouth and my mind, I can alter the events many times forward as well. So again, as I mentioned earlier, some people can be very emotionally addicted to their diagnosis or their illness. And this just boils down to maybe they have equated with love. All that attention is love. Maybe they originally had that attention coming in when they were little. That was the only way that they really received a lot of attention, is if they were sick. So just something to be able to have that awakening to that awareness. If people do have a choice in the matter, and we need to honor and respect that. Now, doesn't mean we have to enable it. And we can really step back and allow people to reach where they need to get to with whatever they're experiencing, rather than trying to hold them up and lift them up and hold their life up in the air so that they can survive, and instead say, it might be some time for a difference of opinions, a different thought stream, a different belief system. Have something different come into your play. You get to choose. And then for all of you that are out there caregiving for mates, for loved ones, with all kinds of diagnoses, I encourage you, I highly recommend that if something is not working medically and you're watching your loved one go down and down and downhill with energy and vital life and etc., look into some alternative ideas, look into some alternative remedies, because there is so much available now for people's real full recovery healing. And it is definitely going to be moving away from that whole keep treating more symptoms with more meds, and nobody gets to feel that much better, and they are stuck and they have a lot less freedom. And so much love to all of you who are out there just researching and perusing and finding all these things and all these ways to help your loved ones feel better, have more energy, get more mobile, have more freedom, just basically be more amped up for their life. And so here's the quantum leaping aspect. Let's just jump right in. I wanted to cover a little bit of that first because Again, we have to honor and accept the fact that there are people who are very attached to their conditions and their diagnoses, and it is not on us to impart our free will on them. If they choose to decide that they're going to have a condition their whole life, or they believe that something is incurable or that it's going to be chronic for them forever, that's their right to feel that way. And as a person who's worked with a lot of people, thousands of people in healing, I can tell you I've seen people recover from things that they were told they would never heal. I saw them take alternative therapies that they were told they were absolutely foolish and they were idiots. And guess what? They're healed today and they're vitally living with full-time professional careers and much more. So there's a lot more out there available to us than we're being shown. And I encourage all of you to check into it. If you see something not helping somebody and it's a loved one and you're seeing them just go down and down and down and down, it can even be that they're hardly able to, say, write a paragraph, or their minds are being really distorted by whatever they're on. Do everything you can to help share them another way, because if you're checking in here, you're probably looking for some other ways too. So here's your quantum aspect, reality. So you're taking this current reality of you or your loved one in a state that you'd really like to get out of there, launch out of there. And it can be anything. Again, there are no limits in the quantum fields, none. So people can heal, like I've said, of incurable things that they were told that there was no way. They had 2 weeks to live, they had 6 months to live. They're still here. So they did it. So take a current condition or diagnoses, and it can be anything, where you might be taking something right now. Currently, you have something that you need to be on medically or whatever, and you're thinking, you know what, I wonder if I could heal this. So here's the thing. Your essential self and all of your original energy did not carry that diagnosis. It did not come in with that particular chemistry. That chemistry happened with thought streams, belief systems, things that you might have had absorbed into your mind through other people, or it could be through our eating, what we're putting in our mouth and mind. The angels always say, watch what's going in the mouth and the mind. So you're taking this current reality. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to quantum leap that diagnosis, that addiction, that malaise, that illness, that disease, that incurable thing that they've told you there's no way you're going to heal from. We're going to quantum leap it away from you because it's not of your essential self. So when we quantum leap that out here to the quantum, we're putting it out in the quantum fields. It is not sending darkness to the world. What's happening is in the quantum fields, everything transmutes as light, right? So you might have a funny concept about this right now and thinking that's not possible. It's possible. And everything's getting transmuted back to light. Why? Because the quantum fields deal with the original essential self, cellular, everything for every being, every planet, everyness. So this out here is unlimited. It has no restriction, it has no lack. So you can quantum leap that condition out here and let it get transmuted back in light. And then guess what? All you're doing is amping up all of the energy fields. That's the cool thing about all this. So there's no guilt, no shame, no feeling like, yeah, but if I take this stuff that's in me and I quantum leap it out here, is it going to land on somebody else? No, because it's transmuted back into light. So these quantum fields are all available to all of us to help all of us reach these desired realities of full health, full recovery, full healing. Again, it's on each individual though. So if you're helping a loved one, make sure you ask regularly, do you want to heal? Are you into healing? Is this something that you really want to do? Because if a person is not into that and they are really emotionally attached to, say, a medicine, they could be attached to medicine. They really believe that medicine is going to keep them alive. You don't want to take them off of that because that's where they have their belief. Their belief is that medicine is going to keep them alive. So you got to leave it there. It's very imperative that you leave it there because the power's gotten projected onto that med. So as long as it's on that med, you have to let it be there. This is a very crucial thing because if you take somebody off of a projected power point and pull them back and quantum leap them here, they could have a very, very resistant response to that action. So make sure you're asking, would you like to heal? Is this something that's in the cards for you? Do you feel propelled to feel better, to be amped up, to be on for your life, to be free, to do and be anything, to be on purpose, to be of service, to be able to help other people heal? That's where this quantum leaping stuff is so magical. And I'm telling you, I could tell you thousands of stories of people who have had these remarkable healings, and they were told they were going to have to be on drugs their whole life. They were going to have to be on some kind of medication. It would have to keep increasing. I personally was told that I was going to lose my sight in my left eye, and it actually is now better than my right eye. So quantum leap, anything that you would really like to heal, out here to this quantum field energy, absorb it, integrate that feeling, that joy, that sensation of feeling like, oh my gosh, look at my life if I felt great. If I had all the energy that I ever desired, if I was feeling for bliss, like when I woke up, I felt yay. There's excitement about life, that I have so much more to offer now. I can have so much to share. Keep integrating that, absorb all that, bring it back here. What you're going to notice is in this current reality state, there are going to be some things that probably need to go. They're not going to be remaining forever because you didn't see them out here. They weren't there. And you noticed that. You took note and said, oh, wow, that thing wasn't there. That vice wasn't there. The stuff that I believed carried my power doesn't have my power. Bring it back here. You're turning your power back on. You're reclaiming it. You're deciding for you, for absolutely you, how you get to heal. If you're connected angels and guides and creator energy, call them in as well, because they will only heighten your visibility and strengthen your knowing that you absolutely can heal of anything. All right? Love you. Take care. Again, big kudos out to all the caregivers and the energy workers and the yoga teachers and the people who are out there helping people find other ways to heal, that they can fully heal. That it's not out treating symptoms after symptoms, and that we get to actually feel really good our whole entire life. All right? Take care. Love you lots. Standing with you. And check in with me at takewalkwithyourangels.com or joyflames.com. Thank you. Love you.